The principles of wiffle ball are reasonably basic. Throw the ball, catch the ball, hit the ball. Invented by a dad watching his son struggle with form, wiffle ball has endured and endeared since 1953. And now the World Wiffle Ball Tournament is heading back to Illinois this summer. Joining us now is one of the tournament commissioners, Mike Baniak. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here today.
My pleasure. Happy to talk about wiffle ball.
Who knew that there was try saying that 3 times, World Wiffle Ball Tournament. That's kind of a tongue twister. Tell us a little bit about the tournament and how it is that it is coming from Indiana back to Illinois where it belongs.
That's right. So the tournament began in Mishawaka, Indiana, and it began on an empty lot with a group of friends who decided that they wanted to have a little fun, kind of on a lark. From there, it evolved very quickly, turning into a tournament that drew teams from all over the country from coast to coast. We played in Indiana until approximately, it was 8 or 9 years ago, and then the tournament moved up to Skokie, and then we migrated south to Midlothian, where we are this year.
And last year you were in Indiana because of the evolution of COVID, but now you've returned to Illinois, and the tournament is in August. Is that correct?
It is August 14th to 15th at Memorial Park.
All right, so give us a little history. I did some research on wiffle ball, and I didn't realize that there are different kinds of wiffle ball. So give us a short lesson in wiffle ballism.
Sure. So we're purists. We only use the original long, skinny yellow bat and the ball with holes on just half of it. We also play a brand of wiffle ball that is slow pitch, which involves defense. So there are no walks in our game. You have 3 strikes like anything else, like any other bat and ball game. But you actually have to run the bases. And that's one of the key features of our tournament is it's not just throw the ball as hard as you can and hit the ball as hard as you can. There's some finesse involved. There's some skill involved. So that's the, I guess that's the long and short of our wiffle ball game.
Okay, so 9 innings.
Actually 6 for our game. There can be a lot of pitches, so the innings might take a little while.
And how long have you been playing?
I started playing in 1997 with a team called Club Ripped. And we're still playing. We won 4 tournaments a decade ago. And now 2 of the members of the team, co-commissioner Nate Hansen and me, are running the tournament.
That is just absolutely wild, because who would have guessed that there'd be such a following? How many teams compete in the tournament, and where do they come from?
Last year was a bit of an outlier because of the pandemic, but the previous year we had nearly 60 teams participate in the tournament from all over the country. We had teams from California, Florida, Kansas, the upper East Coast, and then all over the Midwest. But most of our teams come from the Illinois-Indiana region.
And so I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, but it'd be really hard to do a virtual tournament.
I think it would be nearly impossible. We were grateful that we were able to go to Indiana to have the tournament continue last year. We are the oldest continuously running tournament, wiffle ball tournament in the world. So we wanted to make sure that we kept that going. Having a Zoom wiffle ball tournament is not something I'd watch.
Not going to happen. Well, and I think, it gives something to look forward to. It gives some place to travel for the teams that are coming from other locations, and kind of infuses some money back into the economy for the people who are coming to the tournament, and just kind of a lightheartedness.
One of the things that we really emphasize is that this is a game for kids at heart, no matter how old those kids are. And one of the key features of our tournament has always been that we provide a weekend experience for anybody who wants to come and have a reunion with their friends, college roommates, high school friends, family members from all over the country. They can congregate on the south side of Chicago and have a great weekend hitting plastic and having fun with their friends and family.
Okay, so tell me about what's the demographic of your typical team member?
Most of our players are men. We have age range. Usually it's in the 20s to early 30s. There are some teams that are slightly older. I now count myself among them. And we also have some teams that are younger. We have a couple of teams that were with some high school kids that came out and played, and we really want to encourage that. I started playing in high school. My whole team did. And that's really, where I think the greatest joy in wiffle ball lies is kids playing.
Well, it's an exciting game. And like any sport, there is a certain amount of skill involved. But my sense in listening to you is that the most important thing is gathering and having a good time in the spirit of wiffle ball.
I couldn't agree with that more. There is a time and a place to be competitive, but you need to have a good time with it. And one of the best parts of our tournament is that we really emphasize that. Everybody should go out there and have a good time. If you're playing wiffle ball, by definition, you should be having a good time.
So the weekend of August 14th in Midlothian, it's worldwiffleball.org for more information. If you want to get a team registered, when's the deadline?
The deadline for registration is going to be sometime in July, and we also offer T-shirts with registration if you want to sign up. I'm wearing last year's T-shirt. They can be pretty nice.
And is that the true wiffle ball that's represented with holes only on one side?
It is. It is. That's the official wiffle ball that we use.
All right, Mike. We wish you good luck. Thanks for being with us today, and much success.
Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity.